It's something that is mind-boggling that is still going on. And it's something that we have to change. But it does start with projects like this and awareness. And to know that we already raised $4 million, it just makes us so proud. It was a vision, and now here it is. A lot of passion.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel where royal rumors and celebrity secrets clash in the most thrilling manner. We are diving headfirst into a discovery today that has palace corridors humming with subdued excitement and entertainment insiders buzzing. What happens when Catherine, the Princess of Wales, becomes the focus of Beyonce Knowles Carter's overwhelming force? Only yesterday, in a sit-down interview that felt like a missile, Beyonce didn't merely mention names. The world is analyzing every syllable of her subtle shadow, charity victories, and tidal surge of admiration. Millions of dollars have been raised for causes that are dear to both of them. A pointed silence about a certain former royal that says more than words, and dreams of collaborative initiatives that could redefine beauty with purpose. If you're here for the crossover fantasies, press the like button before we reveal this dazzling bombshell. If not, subscribe to receive every heart-pounding update on the icons who dominate their own spheres. Let's establish the scene. It all started with the unadulterated, unwavering attitude of giving back, not in some opulent ballroom. Beyonce has long been a catalyst for change, with her voice serving as the soundtrack for revolutions, and her empire spanning fashion, music, and fervent activism. She has created a legacy where celebrity serves a greater good. From her Bay Good program, which invested funds in disaster relief and education, to her unwavering support of women's empowerment and Black brilliance. Presenting Catherine, the poised dynamo whose early childhood project has subtly changed the way that people around the world talk about children's development. In ways that seemed predestined, these two women, who were poles apart in their careers but bound together by a dedication to uplifting others, crossed paths. Due to their frequent attendance at prestigious events and similar charitable circles, rumors of respect for one another have been circulating for years. However, this interview turns whispers into a global clamor. After her most recent tour, which broke both records and hearts, Beyoncé took a primetime slot to talk about her influences with a reliable journalist. In the midst of discussions about her upcoming album and cosmetics line extensions, she unexpectedly turned to royalty with a warmth that surprised even the most cynical listeners. "Catherine is the real deal," she said, her voice steady and sincere. "She's out there every day turning her platform into a lifeline for families who need it most. It's not just flattery. It's a bridge between Hollywood's glare and Windsor's grace, hinting at collaborations that could fund entire movements." Yet, as Beyoncé lavished praise, she drew a line in the sand, brushing off questions about Meghan Markle with the kind of elegant deflection that queens do best. No tea spilled, no bridges burned, just a focus on the future. And in a gesture that melted royal watchers, she vowed to keep VIP seats open at every show for the woman destined to wear the crown. This isn't mere celebrity chit-chat. It's a statement, a solidarity, a spark that could ignite partnerships, blending Beyoncé's cultural clout with Catherine's compassionate reach. But how did we get here? Let's rewind to the moments that planted the seeds of this unlikely alliance. Picture this. It's the early 2010s, and the worlds of pop royalty and actual royalty are orbiting closer than ever. Beyoncé, already a titan with albums like Lemonade redefining vulnerability and power, starts dipping deeper into philanthropy that echoes the quiet diligence of the Windsors. Her Formation Scholars program, funneling scholarships to young women of color, mirrors the kind of targeted impact Catherine would later champion through her own work. Insiders recall a pivotal night in 2014 when William and Catherine jetted to New York for an NBA partnership tied to conservation efforts. There, amid the courtside cheers, they crossed paths with Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The Carters exude that effortless cool that turns heads even in a room full of heirs. No grand announcements, just a shared laugh over basketball and big-picture dreams for the planet. From that spark, admiration simmered. Beyoncé, ever the observer, has spoken in past profiles about drawing inspiration from women who wield influence with subtlety. "There's grace in leading without shouting," she once noted in a Vogue deep dive. Words that now read like a nod to Catherine's style. Fast forward to 2019, and the threads tighten. As Catherine rolls out her landmark survey on early childhood, gathering data from thousands to spotlight invisible struggles, Beyoncé is across the pond launching mental health initiatives through her Ivy Park collections. Both are mothers first, trailblazers second, navigating public eyes while shielding their kids from the storm. Sources close to the Beyoncé camp say private messages flew back and forth celebrating milestones like Catherine's hospital visits during the pandemic or Beyoncé's surprise drops funding community gardens in underserved areas. It was never about photo ops. It was mutual recognition of warriors in silk and spotlight. Then came 2022, a year that tested them both. Catherine, stepping up amid the Queen's passing and her own health whispers, doubled down on her Shaping Us campaign, urging society to invest in the first 5 years of life. Beyoncé, mourning personal losses while headlining Coachella's return, channeled grief into her Renaissance album, A Love Letter to Joy and Resilience. Fans connected the dots, flooding social media with edits of Break My Soul over clips of Catherine greeting well-wishers. But the real fusion was a low-key virtual roundtable in late 2023, brokered by mutual charity allies. There, over encrypted video, they swapped notes on scaling impact without losing authenticity. She gets it, a Beyoncé aide later confided. The weight of being watched but choosing to watch out for others anyway. By 2024, as Catherine's recovery fueled a comeback to a force of engagements, Beyoncé was touring stadiums. Each is a testament to endurance. Rumors swirled of a joint fundraiser dismissed as tabloid fluff until now. This interview isn't random. It's the harvest of years of quiet cultivation. Beyoncé didn't just praise. She revealed a bond forged in fire, one that elevates both without eclipsing either. And as she hinted at more to come, the air crackled with possibility. What exactly did that collaboration yield? Buckle up because the numbers alone are a mic drop. Let's talk impact. The kind that doesn't fade with the headlines. In the interview, Beyoncé laid it bare. Their joint effort has already amassed $4 million for early childhood initiatives, a figure that stunned even seasoned fundraisers. But this isn't some glitzy gala poll. It's the culmination of a grassroots push that started small and snowballed into something seismic. Rewind to spring 2024, when Catherine's team reached out through back channels, proposing a digital campaign blending Beyoncé's reach with the princess's patronage. The goal is to bolster programs tackling developmental delays in low-income families, because that has called her lifeline work. Beyoncé, whose own foundation has long prioritized education equity, jumped in without hesitation. When someone like her says, "Let's build something lasting," you don't say no. An insider from Bay Good shared. They kicked off with a simple video series. Catherine sharing stories from her hands-on visits to nurseries. Intercut with Beyoncé reading fan letters from single moms juggling tours of their own. Shared on both their platforms, it went viral overnight, racking up millions of views and sparking donation drives worldwide. But the real magic is targeted auctions and merch drops. Beyoncé contributed signed Renaissance vinyls and custom Ivy Park pieces, while Catherine offered exclusive tours of her favorite Kensington gardens, reimagined as wellness spaces. Bidders from LA to London poured in, pushing the tally past 1 million in weeks. By summer, corporate sponsors piled on, drawn by the duo's unassailable cred, Beyoncé Sedge, and Catherine's elegance. It's not about the money, Beyoncé emphasized in the chat. It's about the ripple. 4 million means classrooms equipped, parents trained, and kids seen. Sources confirm the funds are earmarked for partnerships with organizations like the Royal Foundation and Bay Good's Urban Renewal Arms, focusing on UK and US hotspots. One poignant detail. A portion honors Blue Ivy's school projects, tying back to Catherine's emphasis on play-based learning. Critics might scoff at celebrity do-gooding, but data from the campaign shows a 40% uptick in volunteer sign-ups for local early years programs. It's proof that when vision meets voice, walls crumble. Yet as the dollars mounted, so did the scrutiny. Was this genuine synergy or savvy PR? Beyoncé shut that down swiftly. We've both lost sleep over this work. It's personal. And with the pot still growing, whispers of matching grants from Jay-Z's ventures suggest it could hit 5 million by year's end. This isn't charity as a checkbox. It's a blueprint, showing how two icons can turn admiration into action. But what does the future hold? Beyoncé's next words lit the fuse. Excitement doesn't even cover it. Midway through the interview, as the journalist probed her dream collabs, Beyoncé's eyes lit up like she was already on stage. Catherine and we're just getting started, she declared, painting pictures of projects that blend her sonic empire with the princess's poised advocacy. Imagine a co-curated festival. Beyoncé headlining with anthems of empowerment. Catherine unveiling policy rounds on maternal health, all under twinkling lights in Hyde Park. Or a fashion line where Ivy Park meets sustainable British textiles, with proceeds fueling scholarships for young designers from overlooked communities. She's got this quiet fire. Beyonce gushed. We could create something that sings to the soul and supports the start. Insiders buzz that talks are underway for a 2026 launch, timed with Catherine's continued push into global forums. What makes it electric? Their synergy. Beyonce brings the unfiltered energy and the beats that rally crowds. Catherine adds the gravitas, the connections to policymakers who turn ideas into laws. One source close to the planning quipped, "It's like Lemonade meets a state visit. Bold, beautiful, unbreakable." Early sketches include a podcast series with alternating episodes where they dissect everything from imposter syndrome in the spotlight to the joys of midnight baking with kids. Beyonce even teased a track inspired by Catherine's resilience, a ballad for the unbreakable ones. Fans are already manifesting, flooding comment sections with pleas for a duet that fuses R&B soul with orchestral swells fit for Westminster. But beyond the glamour, it's strategic. In an era where trust in institutions wanes, this pairing humanizes both. Beyonce as more than a diva, Catherine as more than a duchess. Future queen, she's queen now, Beyonce affirmed, a line that's already meme gold. And as she envisioned a shared red carpet and championed causes, the room felt smaller, charged with what's possible when worlds merge. Yet no dream collab chat is complete without the elephants in the room and when Meghan's name surfaced. The air shifted in ways that demand dissection at the moment that had jaws on floors and keyboards ablaze. The interviewer, sensing the undercurrent, slid in a question about Meghan Markle, the royal renegade whose every move still stirs the pot. Would Beyonce weigh in on their storied friendship? The Oprah echoes the transatlantic tensions. The pause was pregnant, the smile polite but impenetrable. "I'm here to lift up what's building, not dwell on what's done," Beyonce replied, steering straight back to Catherine's milestones. No elaboration, no edge, just a velvet redirect that landed like a gauntlet. To the uninitiated, it might seem neutral. To those tuned to the frequencies of fame, it's a masterclass in boundaries. Beyonce and Meghan's bond dates back to that electric 2019 Lion King premiere, where hugs lingered and whispers of mutual inspiration flew. Beyonce's post about Oprah's note of courage and leadership cemented it, a public shield amid the storm. But time shifts alliances, and sources murmur of cooling waters. As Meghan carved her Montecito path with Archel and Netflix deals, Beyonce doubled down on her own lane, with collaborations with figures like Taylor Swift and now pointedly Catherine. She's protective of her circle. A music exec noted Meghan's chapter closed when the noise got too loud. The refusal isn't a snub. It's sovereignty, refusing to fuel the feud machine that chews up women like chum. Royal forums lit up post-interview, with some hailing it as loyalty to the working royals. Others are decrying it as Hollywood hedging. Yet Beyonce's track record screams authenticity. She's praised where due and pivoted where needed. By zeroing in on Catherine's grounded grace, she implicitly contrasts without condemning, letting actions echo louder than words. It's a reminder that friendships evolve, especially under spotlights that scorch. And in dodging the drama, she amplified the harmony, keeping the focus on futures forged, not fractures mended, but gestures. That's where hearts truly snag. And Beyonce's next vow, pure poetry. If words were jewels, this one would crown the crown. As the interview wound down, Beyonce leaned in, her tone turning conspiratorial yet heartfelt. Every tour, every show, those VIP spots, one's always got Catherine's name on it. The future queen gets the best view in the house. It's not hyperbole. It's a promise etched in platinum, envisioning the princess swaying to single ladies amid a sea of fans. Prince George wide-eyed at the spectacle. Insiders confirm it's no offhand quip. Beyonce's team has already earmarked protocols from private entrances to post-show meet and greets tailored for royal rhythms. It's about joy, she elaborated. She gives so much. Let her receive some unfiltered magic. This isn't just tickets. It's an invitation to exhale, to be fan first, a figurehead second. Catherine, whose public life is a ballet of duty, would find in those seats a rare breather, a nod to the pop anthems that powered her through chemo and comebacks. Fans adore the imagery. Catherine in understated chic, vibing to Halo with William's arm around her. The kids in tow for a night of normal wonder. It's reciprocal, too, echoing Catherine's habit of slipping everyday families into palace events. Beyonce, who once dedicated a concert to survivors of hardship, sees in this a full-circle gift. The woman uplifting tots is now uplifted by tunes that heal. Whispers suggest the first invite drops with her next stadium run, perhaps Wembley, where history and harmony entwine. It's small in the grand scheme, a source mused, but huge for the heart. In a world quick to divide icons, this bridges them, proving admiration blooms in gestures that linger. And as the credits rolled on the interview, one truth rang clear. This alliance isn't fleeting. It's foundational. Zoom out and the mosaic dazzles. Beyoncé's endorsement isn't isolated. It's seismic, signaling a monarchy morphing from marble halls to mainstream beats. Catherine, once critiqued as camera shy, now commands crossovers that blend tiaras with TikTok trends. This interview cements her as the relatable royal, the one celebrities crown without cue. Implications cascade. Expect more A-listers queuing for her causes. From Rihanna's Fenty funds to Xenia's youth panels. It's modernizing the firm, proving relevance lies in relevance, not relics. For Beyoncé, it's expansion. Her advocacy gains gravitas, touching policy levers she couldn't alone. Critics grumble about elitism, but metrics mock them with donation spikes posted, proving populism in action. Personally, it's healing. Both women, scarred by scrutiny, find in each other mirrors of might. Catherine's poise inspires Beyoncé's boldness. Beyoncé's fire fuels Catherine's fight. Insiders paint late-night text-swapping memes and manifestos. A sisterhood sounds skeptical. And the Meghan side, it underscores evolution, prioritizing progress over the past. This duo heralds a hybrid era. Charity-asha contra duty-asha duet. Philanthropy gets sexier, traditions get tweaked, and barriers get blissfully blurred. It's not just about 4 million raised. It's millions more inspired. As one palace observer put it, they're not waiting for permission. They're rewriting the rules. In echoing chambers of culture, this resonates, urging all to collaborate across crowns. So there you have it. A symphony of support that's not just rewriting the royal remix, but composing an entirely new genre, where beats meet bows and philanthropy pulses with pop energy. Beyoncé's words in this explosive interview aren't merely warm compliments. They're a blazing wildfire, scorching away outdated divides and igniting endless possibilities. From multi-million-dollar fundraisers to those coveted front-row fantasies that could see Catherine grooving to future hits amid a sea of flashing lights. Think about it. Catherine, once viewed through the lens of Stoic tradition as a distant duchess, now steps forward as a dynamic partner in progress. Her tireless advocacy for early childhood causes is amplified by a voice like Beyoncé's that commands billions across streaming platforms, stadiums, and social feeds. This isn't fleeting flattery. It's a cultural crescendo, the overture to anthems Yetun Sung, where the raw power of pop and the refined grace of the palace harmonize for the greater good, creating ripples that extend far beyond royal gardens or sold-out tours. Delve deeper and you'll see how this alliance whispers of a transformed world. One where icons from vastly different spheres intersect, not for superficial clout or Instagram likes, but for authentic, world-altering change. By steering the conversation firmly toward Catherine's achievements and future visions while leaving any Meghan Markle queries in the rearview mirror, Beyoncé underscores a narrative of forward momentum where past dramas fade and fresh collaborations take flight. It's a subtle masterstroke echoing the mutual respect that first sparked back in 2014 when the Carters met William and Catherine courtside at that iconic NBA game in Brooklyn, bonding over the universal joys of parenthood amid the chaos of celebrity and royalty. Fast forward to today, and that seed has blossomed into something profound for the princess poised for the throne. This endorsement is validation wrapped in velvet, a resounding affirmation that she's seen, celebrated, and utterly unstoppable in her mission to reshape societal priorities around family and resilience. But let's zoom out to the bigger picture. This isn't just about two powerhouses. It's a beacon for us all. A vivid reminder that true power doesn't reside in isolation, but pulses vibrantly in unity, in those unexpected bridges built across oceans of difference. Imagine the broader implications. A monarchy that's shedding its ivory tower image, becoming more accessible and relatable through these high-profile nods. Much like how Beyoncé's own journey from Destiny's Child to global mogul has inspired generations to blend artistry with activism. In the charity realm, their combined 4 million raised so far sets a new standard, proving that when entertainment's glitz meets royal gravitas, the results aren't just funds but transformed lives. Think expanded programs for mental health, education, equity, and family support that could touch millions more. And on a personal level, it's healing in its essence. Both women, having navigated intense public scrutiny from health battles to media storms, model a sisterhood of strength that encourages everyday folks to embrace vulnerability while chasing impact. This interview could herald a renaissance in cross-cultural partnerships, where figures like them pave the way for others. perhaps even inspiring similar team-ups in music, fashion, or global advocacy that blur lines between Hollywood and Buckingham. Yet the real magic lies in how this resonates with society at large, challenging us to rethink hierarchies and celebrate women who lead with both heart and hustle. In an era where division often dominates headlines, this moment screams solidarity, showing that empowerment echoes loudest when amplified together. It's a call to action for modern Britain and beyond, where transparency and philanthropy, like their joint efforts mirroring Bay Good's community focus and Catherine's Royal Foundation initiatives, build trust and drive real progress. Who knows what doors this opens? Maybe a co-hosted summit on women's empowerment, or Beyonce curating a soundtrack for Catherine's next big campaign, blending soulful rhythms with messages of hope. Now it's over to you. Spill all the tea in the comments below. Does this Beyonce-Catherine collab have you dreaming of ultimate dream teams that could redefine celebrity royal crossovers? Or are you craving even more boundary-breaking partnerships, like involving other icons in their orbit? Is the VIP vow the ultimate flex of friendship across worlds, or just the tantalizing start of a legacy-defining alliance that could span decades? How do you think this shifts perceptions of the monarchy in pop culture, making it cooler, more inclusive, or something else entirely? And on the flip side, does Beyoncé's graceful dodge of Meghan's questions highlight a new era of focused positivity or spark curiosity about unspoken dynamics? We devour every hot take, so don't hold back. Smash that like button if solidarity between queens absolutely slays your feed. Share this with your squad of royal stans and pop aficionados to keep the conversation buzzing. And hit subscribe for all the scoops that shake the spheres, from palace whispers to chart-topping revelations. Until next time, keep shining in your own spotlight. Keep supporting the causes that matter and keep sovereign in your pursuits. What's your personal power move today? Channeling Beyoncé's boldness or Catherine's compassion? Let's hear it.